Said there's a process that needs to go through, and once he's able to go through that process, we'll be supportive as we can, make sure we do everything in our power to help him make better decisions as we go forward and be the player that we think he's capable of being and that we've seen him be.
Has the situation shaped your recent off-season plans?
Goslin was a player that we like, and the options give us flexibility. It was a move we probably would have made anyway, but it certainly gives us a little bit more depth in the infield. We've got some guys like him, but feels a little bit more advanced and has more major league time and more major league experience. And we've been looking to add a right-handed versatile bat, and he came available. And certainly with the chain of events, it should be a good ad for us.
If needed, do you think Freese could be an everyday guy at third?
We do. I mean, obviously he's not that far removed from being a quality regular major league player. He played an extended period for us last year and played quite well as Gong was coming back from the injury. And we've got some flexibility again. Goslin, Frazier, some other infielders can bounce around and play some different positions. So even if we need to spell him here and there, we certainly feel very comfortable David could step in and play on a regular basis if need be.
Neal, what do you do in the middle of the order without Gung's bat if it becomes a long-term situation?
The guy that's standing here next probably a much better equipped to answer that question, as he's the one that puts the lineups together. He takes a ton of input, but we've got a variety of guys that can do different things in the batter's box, and it's about sequencing. It's about getting guys on base. It's about getting some balls in the gap, some balls in the seats, and we feel like we've got a number of guys that can do that and help us score runs.
Neal, have you ever had experience with anything like this, trying to deal with a trial that you don't, in another country that who knows how long it could go on for?
Fortunately, no, but it is what it is, and we've got 60-some players here in camp that we're excited about, and when and if we're able to get him in here, he's going to help us, and we're going to help him, but it's out of our control right now. We've got to dominate our controllables and do everything in our power to help these guys go out and be great.
Do you have to do anything with him roster-wise, 40-man roster-wise, until the trial situation is cleared up? Or?
The 40-man is pretty much set in the off-season. If a player is injured and is going to be out the first 60 days of the Major League season, you can put him on the 60-day effective, I think, yesterday or the day before. But outside of that, once the rosters get set, that's when you begin to have those considerations.
Something like the restricted list, would that be a possibility in this?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, okay. We're far away from that.
Okay.
Neal, the guy you guys acquired last week, Pat Lake, what did you like about him?
It's a different look for us. We don't have guys with split fingers. It's a power sink. Get swings and misses, gets ground balls. There are some things that we think we can help him play in the zone a little bit better. But it was an upside arm that has had some challenges, but has had some profile about him, and felt like it was a good guy to see if we can help.
It was kind of a slow-moving free agent market this past winter, and there's still a decent number of guys out there in different positions. Are you still on the hunt for somebody, perhaps? Would there be enough flexibility to add somebody if needed or if wanted?
Yeah, I mean, we stay engaged with the free agents, and there really hasn't been anybody that's surprised us in terms of what they've signed for or how they signed or where they signed. Always looking to find ways to help us get a little bit better. And going into the offseason, I bet most of you weren't going to have that we'd signed the 13th most valuable contract and have spent 10th most money in baseball this year. But I think that's probably more a sign of the industry this year and the class than anything else, but we do. We'll always look for ways to see if there's, whether it's small ways or medium ways or sometimes big ways, to see if we can help ourselves get better, and always walking that balance of short, moderate, and long-term vision.
Are you concerned that all three of your starting outfielders could be out of camp until late in March?
Well, again, it's the time that they're out. And they're all on very good teams. Marte and Polanco obviously on Team Dominican, and McCutcheon on USA. So there's a chance those clubs will go deep, and that's a great experience for them. And they're going to get their at-bats, they're going to get their playing time, they're going to get their work that they need to be ready to go. Yes, in a perfect world, you've got all three in camp in a year in which you're transitioning roles and positions, but they're professionals. They'll be ready to go when the bell rings, and we'll capitalize on the time that we do have them here.
Have you asked Jimmy Cleveland to play Andrew and Wright with Team USA?
Again, that's part of the process of going to Team USA is there's a balance between what they need to do and what our aspirations and needs are, and we have a complete trust and respect in Jim, and he's going to do what he needs to do to win games without putting guys in tough situations.
I think we've heard about Juan Marte, 50 center, and McCutcheon and Wright, but what do you guys why do you guys feel comfortable